NASA has assigned lunar habitat and rover delivery to SpaceX and Blue Origin for the Artemis program. Yeah, NASA has given that to SpaceX and Blue Origin. The job is to demonstrate cargo variants of their lunar landers for the Artemis program, advancing plans to establish a sustained human presence on the moon, not Mars this time. SpaceX will deliver a pressurized rover developed by Japan's JAXA in 2032, supporting missions after Artemis 6, while Blue Origin will deliver a lunar habitat in 2033. These contracts follow NASA's dual provider approach for its human landing system, ensuring flexibility and regular moon landings for scientific exploration and resource development. The Artemis program aims to establish a permanent lunar base near the moon's south pole, leveraging its waterized resources for sustaining astronauts and producing materials like rocket fuel.
So to the moon is not just for Dogecoin anymore. We're actually sending, rockets and humans to the moon to build a base on the moon in under a decade. It's interesting that they picked two companies to do this, and there's the redundancy, there's the two supplier approach, but there's a lot that's going to have to happen to make this a success. Some of the design, the testing, there's so many areas to argue could be the number one here. I really think that the design itself is going to be the most challenging, because you've got to figure out the correct process to making sure that everything is designed well to survive and to be able to get to the moon and be assembled.
And I'm not sure if SpaceX and Blue Origin have ever worked together before. Maybe they have, but coordinating dual provider logistics to make sure the mission timelines aren't, thrown off kill. It's like, getting two rival pizza companies together to deliver the same order on time together and to the moon.
Hey, Elon, I'd like to order one trip to the moon, please. 30 minutes, right?
Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah. And I'm Jeff. And what do you want on it?
So, having two different lunar landing systems to choose from is going to give NASA the flexibility for crew and cargo missions. It's going to help ensure a regular cadence of moon landings for the continued discovery, the scientific opportunities. I think it also means if one fails, you've got a backup already preparing for the launch of the next one, right? So maybe, there's reasons to kind of have these two competitors kind of work together, sort of. But I still think that it's going to be looking most at, like, how do we get this thing designed correctly?
Yeah. I mean, you got to love a good old, fashioned rivalry between the two of them, especially when it comes to billionaires racing to the moon and astronauts kind of waiting around like, where's our habitat? Oh, it's still up there. Hold a minute. I hope I got enough air in my tank.
I mean, both companies have to focus on all the aspects. And as you just mentioned, being able to figure out how to make sure it's designed with maybe safety in mind, to make sure your habitat, your oxygen are there. That's probably pretty good. So how do you get this design, get things to the moon, but do so with quality, with safety, and probably being cost effective?
Yeah, I think it's that manufacturing piece for me. It's making sure you've simulated it before you do the real deal. So virtual factory and manufacturing operations, simulating a whole end-to-end production and delivery process for these, to get them there on time, get rid of all your bottlenecks in the simulation environment before they impact the mission timelines. And then use AI to optimize that mission schedule. So using it to coordinate your production, your testing and delivery schedules across SpaceX and Blue Origin simultaneously, minimizing those delays and any resource conflicts that may arise.